Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Spotlight. This is actually, if you're watching this as this comes out, this is actually the end of the first ever Spotlight week on the channel. And what a way to end it with an actual very good game that came out recently, 2 Point Hospital. Now, if you're watching this at any other point that Spotlight Week has passed, this is no longer October or anything, well, hello, this is a Spotlight video. I'm here to give you a small look at a game that to me is very good. It's definitely a spiritual successor that Theme Hospital deserves. So if you've ever played Theme Hospital back in the day, back before EA became this weird money grubbing, very idiotic business that's won multiple worst places to work in America awards multiple times, then this would be right up your alley. This is basically Theme Hospital 2018. I already have a save file here, but we're going to start anew because this
At 2 Point Hospital, over 52% of our patients believe
hold
they
on,
leave
this.
healthier than when they arrived. Our precisely calibrated equipment is operated by compassionate healthcare practitioners, many of whom have even been to medical school or watched ER. If you suffer from turtle head, let us ease your worries and noggin gently out of your body. Chest infection is no laughing matter. Put your trust and oversized shoes in our capable hands. We're building a brighter, safer future, and hardly anything will stand in our way. You deserve the best. So join us at 2 Point Hospital. We're open for new staff, new patients, and a new you. Can I go play golf yet? I'm teeing off at 3.
I forgot they had that little intro there whenever you start a new thing. But welcome to 2 Point County. That's Albert Crank, and he'll be our trusty advisor on this journey. And this is Hogsport. It's our first hospital. So I'm going to go a little bit into what the game's about. It's basically a hospital management simulator, and it is a comical version of it. It's not a die-hard realistic kind of thing. It's definitely got comedic elements to it. It does not take itself super seriously, but it's the closest that we're getting to a sequel to Theme Hospital, in my opinion. For what I saw when I browsed around on Steam to see if there's anything else that was basically considered a spiritual successor to Theme Hospital, a lot of stuff came up bad. However, 2 Point Hospital is not bad. It's actually really good. It's really fun, but you have to be into the management simulators. So, gotta move the camera. Done. Yeah, we need a reception's desk. And we'll need an assistant. So, let's hire this lady. She's pretty high stars. And now we need a general practitioner's office. We need to build. Which building is pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty basic. We're just gonna make it the default size. 3x3. You can make it. I enjoy this this feature where you basically get to build the room and it's not fully built and you don't spend anything until you're done, but your total what you're going to spend goes up here where my mouse is. The concept changes. It won't take it out until I can't speak. It won't take it out until you hit the check arrow, which you can raise the prestige of the room, which I believe makes the room more efficient. And you do that by actually placing down more things in the room. Like, we don't need a fire extinguisher. We could use a window, make it a little bit better here, make it prestige level 2.
We hope you 've enjoyed your stay, but please eventually leave.
And we got the doctor, Dr. Whom. We have to hire the doctor now, so let's hire this guy. The hospital's now open. However, we are going to want a bench for people to sit. That's not against the wall bench. I pitched a tent. Camera. Camera. That's exactly what I meant. Now we got our first patient going to get their diagnosis into the general practitioner's room. Alright, they were diagnosed with gout. Gout is frequently transmitted in bathrooms, and modern medication is effective, unlike earlier times when it had to be dug out painfully with a screwdriver. The patient is seeking treatment, and we will need a pharmacy in order to treat them. Complete more objectives to unlock pharmacy. You can either get them to wait or send them home. Let's get them to wait. So now we need to build a pharmacy and hire a nurse. Once again, it's going to be only a basic size. I'm not going to make it too big. I don't know if there is really a purpose of making them more bigger than the...
When first entering the hospital, please make your way to reception.
Making them bigger than the default size, which I do apologize if I'm stuttering or if I'm actually rambling on a little bit. When somebody talks in game, it throws me off a little bit, unfortunately. Now I need to hire a nurse. Hire the 3-star nurse. Place down another bench. You're immediately going to the pharmacy? What were you diagnosed with? Gout? Oh, okay. Alright. Dr. Norman Wang. Apparently you're expensive. Alright, the patient's cured. Well done. We've cured our first patient. We've earned some money, and the hospital's reputation has improved, which will attract more patients. When a doctor or nurse treats a patient, their ability will influence the chance of success. Some illnesses are tougher than others. Continue diagnosing and treating patients to keep the money coming in so we can expand the hospital.
We've just cured our very first patient.
You're quite excited about that, PA lady. Alright, so right now we can only make a GP's office at a pharmacy. And yes, janitors and maintenance. We're going to need janitors because they can do the spook patrol. And they can upgrade your different types of machinery. And they can repair it. That's why we're going to hire this old lady. She's seen some experience. She's done some ghost hunting. She's the spook hunter over there. Okay, in order to do this, I need to place 2 fire extinguishers.
You are listening to Harrison Wolf on 2 Point Radio.
You're listening to Harrison Wolf, the lone voice of reason, ready to spread some truth to all our vigilant listeners. So open your eyes and your ears and get ready to find out what's really going on. But first, here are some people playing musical instruments.
Okay. As you may have noticed, the overworld music is actually a radio, which I really applaud that kind of decision, that it's actually got radio DJs, which makes it feel like you're not just listening to overworld music, you're actually listening to the 2 Point County radio. And one thing that I've discussed with my roommate and Grim, my friend, is that the way that this is being set up makes me believe that a world in 2 Point County is being set up, like as rules are being established, and there may be more than just a hospital simulator. This could spawn different types of profession simulators, which that would be interesting if it did. But we're going to get back at hand with the tutorial. Keeping people happy. It's important to keep your staff and patients happy to ensure the hospital runs smoothly. Patients will get bored, thirsty, and hungry over time. Make sure they have access to entertainment, food, drinks, and a comfy seat when they're between appointments. If they become unhappy, they will leave and go to another hospital. Well, I've already done that part, but now we need to do a leaflet stand. You can go right there. And now we need to place a drinks machine. Let's see, where should I put it? I'm just gonna put it right here. And one snack machine. There we are. That's not awkward at all. Burp and cheesy gubbins. Staff energy and breaks. Staff get tired as they work and will eventually go on a break. A staff room will help them relax and return to work energized. Drinks and snacks help keep them happy too. If you make a room larger and fill it with interesting items, it will be considered more prestigious. People using a high prestige room will become happier. A nice staff room will also help staff regain energy faster. That answered my question, or my poor explanation of what prestige is. Okay. Staff room. Just place it behind the receptionist. Make it kind of big.
Your comfort is important to us. Please try to be comfortable.
Put a drink and a snack machine in the staff room. And put a couple of armchairs. Okay, the staff room. The staff will head to a staff room when they're on a break. Fill in the room with interesting items to help them become fully refreshed before their break ends. No, you can place a member of staff in a staff room and make them take a break, or in a worker to make them work there. To pick up a member of the staff, hover over them and hold them with the left mouse. Okay, now we discovered another illness. Clamp. Once this grips a patient, it doesn't let go. Afflicts many living statues and selfie-taking chumps. We'll send the patient for treatment in our pharmacy. Okay, well, the item controls are pretty self-explanatory. When you pick up an item, you can use the mouse and usually click to drag to move it around. Like rotate it, for example, and if you just pick it up and then you just move it around with your mouse, you can just move it. What I do enjoy is that you can rearrange the rooms and move and position the rooms in different ways without having to spend money. Now, that's one of the caveats to essentially like a mobile variation of this game. I've played a hospital simulator on my mobile phone where doing anything, taking down the room, doing anything cost money. Or that is realistic in that regard, and that's fine with realism in a game like this. But 2 Point Hospital is not going for realism. It's going for more cartoony style. It's going for more embellishing, only slightly, honestly, of the hospital culture and making it fun. Instead of tedious, instead of trying to be realistic, it's making it fun, which is what can be truly appreciated with this kind of thing. Now, we got this sitting on the screen while I'm talking and babbling on. Charlie Work. Drinks and snacks are great for keeping people happy, but they can lead to littering if there are no bins nearby. While we're at it, staff and patients will get pretty grumpy if they don't have access to any toilets. Grumpy's putting it very, very politely. You might want to invest in some quality porcelain. Janitors will help maintain all of these. Restock vending machines, sweeping up litter, emptying bins, and unblocking toilets. Alright, now we gotta build a toilet room. Don't have to make it a big place right now. We're a small hospital. We can make do. Gonna put that there. A little bit awkwardly positioned. Especially since we get that. We got some toilets. Further diagnosis. We're hearing reports of some new illnesses in town. These might be harder to diagnose. We may need to build a new diagnosis room. If a GP isn't certain, they will send a patient for further diagnosis. We have general diagnosis, which is essentially just another variation of trying to figure out what they have, what they don't have. Hospital level. As you expand the hospital with more rooms and staff, the hospital level increases. A larger hospital attracts more patients. As the hospital gets busier, queues may start to get long. We may need to build more GP offices and other rooms and hire more staff to deal with the extra patients. Look out for queue warnings above rooms. You can also hover over a room to highlight the people queuing for that room. Now, we have to cure 2 patients, and we need to get our hospital level to 3, which means making the general diagnosis. However, I believe this is the good place to stop for the spotlight. So, this is 2 Point Hospital. It is a fantastic game, especially if you enjoy simulation games like I do. I enjoy city building simulators. I enjoy any sort of job kind of simulator if the job is interesting to me. Managing a hospital and trying not to have it go down south is an interesting thing to me. That's why I love it so much. So if you guys want to try it out yourself, it's on Steam. It's fantastic. You can press the link in the description below. I said press instead of click, but you can click the link in the description below, as I said already, if you want to try it out. So I will see you guys in the next video, and I do thank you for putting up with Spotlight Week. The Spotlight Week is the only week I've uploaded daily. That's not going to be the case for anything after Spotlight Week. It's going to go back to the regular schedule Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with Spotlights being only on Friday. But it was just something I wanted to do for this October, and I may make it a yearly thing if the Spotlight series makes it that far. I'm not entirely sure yet. But I've already said my send off, so bye bye.